everyone, this is Static here, or Rachel, whichever you're more comfortable with. This is my Q&A video. I was very excited to do this, very anxious to do this, very eager to do this. It's a nice little distraction from everything else that is going on in life right now. So let's go ahead and just get right on into it. Alright, first question is, which deck in your collection do you have the most sentimental ties to? Now, this one is a little complicated. See, the one that I have the most attachment to is my Mystic Dreamers Tarot. That's this one. Here's the backs. Super pretty. Super pretty. It was my second deck. My first deck I actually split with a friend of mine that was living with us at the time. However, we did not end on good terms. It was really nasty, and this is the only thing that I have left of hers. She actually gifted this to me for Christmas because back then the only book that we had said that your first deck has to be gifted to you. Question 2. Are you self-taught or did you have a mentor? I am 100% completely self-taught because ain't nobody wants to deal with the mess that's this. Question 3. Can you share with us a spread that you recently created? I have not created a spread in a while. The last one I did was the Your Hidden Self one that's listed in my shop. But when I created it, I tried it on myself and it pretty much slapped me in the face. And I kind of told my cards that I was getting sick of their shit, and I decided I didn't want to create a new spread for a while. Question 4. Do you prefer using spreads or reading freeform? Honestly, when it's for me, I like to just lay the cards out, see how things look for things that are meshing together. It's really weird, okay? My mind is a complete mess, and so I lay the cards out in a complete mess, and it's like, well, here you go. For other people, though, I do prefer to use a spread, only because I think a lot of them aren't necessarily comfortable with tarot in general. You know, they don't really know what's going on unless you're a reader yourself. So I like the spreads so that they know exactly what questions are being asked, what their answers are, you know, and what cards correspond with what part of their life. Next question. How is your tarot business going? It is going slow, but that's okay. Slow and steady wins the race. Are there any new things we should be aware of concerning your shop offerings? No. No, just if you follow me on Tumblr, it's all right there. I'm an open book. It's kind of ridiculous and scary, and I probably should shut the book. Not gonna happen. If you could make your own deck, what would the theme be? I think it would be really cool to have a hockey deck. I'm just saying. My husband is an avid Blues fan. He grew up in St. Louis. It's in his blood. He bleeds blue. I, on the other hand, am a Philadelphia Flyers fan. It's not pretty. What is your favorite deck? If you follow me on Tumblr, if you follow me on Instagram, it's really no surprise at this point. My favorite deck is the Tattoo Tarot by Lana Zellner. This deck is amazing. I don't even know how else to describe it. And look, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. What deck is at the top of your wish list? All right, listen. This is a really hard question because there are so many. But I think out of all of them, and I hate myself for this, I absolutely hate it, I want the Psychobilly Tarot so bad. The downside to it is it's majors only. I want a full-on 78 card deck, but it's not going to happen. What is your favorite spread in the shop? My favorite spread is the first one I ever listed. It was the At Your Core one. When I made it, I was very confused with a lot of things going on in my life. It was about at the peak of where what I call the dark place was creeping in my head, and it was getting really, really confusing because I was looking at things that typically made me happy, but I was not happy, and it just got worse and worse and worse, and I really needed to understand myself and my influences, and I needed to know where to go from here. It was not easy. but it helped, you know? And I think that's the best part about tarot is when you're using it personally, it can really help guide you out of certain bad situations in your mind. And that one, it holds a special place in my heart. Which tarot deck in your collection knows you best? Hands down, Prismavisions. This deck, okay, before we get into this, like, so pretty. Oh my god, look at it. So pretty. But no, this deck, it just, I don't know how it knows, but it does. It was like instantaneous spark as soon as the cards touched my hands. It gets me in ways that none of my other decks do. And it's really sad because, you know, it's one of my favorite decks, but it's not number one. And I think a lot of that has to do with I get really ticked off that it knows things that I maybe want to keep to myself. Rude. Have you ever regretted a tarot or oracle deck purchase? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, it's gonna be a mistake that I continue making because like it's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. Is there a tarot reader or a business professional you look up to? Yes. Many. One that I follow pretty closely is Ethany. She seems like she's got it all figured out. It's like, she's superwoman. I wish I could have like half of what she has. That would be great. Top 10 divination blogs you think other people should check out. How do you relax after a reading session? This, you know, sometimes I get so exhausted that I just take a nap. No ifs, ands, or buts. Take a nap. Other times I will sit down and I'll watch a movie with like popcorn or ice cream. Just, you know, the comfort food stuff. Because everyone needs a chance to recharge. Everyone deserves the small little luxuries. It's important. What is your least used deck? That would be the one in here. And it breaks my heart. This is the Miss Cleo's Power deck. And honestly, like, God, the backs are so pretty. But like, it's honestly the most used deck only because I literally have not used it yet. It's not a bad deck by any means. It's very influenced by the Rider-Waite, but it's got a very Egyptian feel to it. And I mean, it's not a bad deck. It's just that I have not had the opportunity to work with it. What is your most expensive deck? I can't remember which one of these was more expensive because they were pretty pricey. Indie decks typically are higher priced, but you're supporting the artist, and that is a great thing. So it's a toss-up between these two. This is the Tattoo Tarot by Lana Sumner, and this is Prismavisions. No regrets. Will you teach divination to your children? Okay, so for those that don't know, I have 4 kids. I have 3 girls and a little boy. And our 3 girls, they actually have other parents. My oldest is technically my bonus daughter. She has another parent outside of us. And then the 2 in the middle, they have another parent. They're biologically mine. They have another parent. Both of those other parents are very, very traditional as far as religion goes. And, you know, I completely respect them for that. You know, if that's the path that they want to follow, then by all means they can follow it, as long as they are not trying to shove it down my throat, you know. That being said, because my kids have separate parents, I don't want to step on their toes. You know, if my kids do show an interest in my cards, you know, they really like looking at the pictures. They talk about how pretty they are. They really enjoy them. They enjoy my crystals. They love all of my things. But at this point, I am not going to make it necessarily accessible for them. Now, when they get older, I mean, my oldest one is 9. 9, 8? She turns 9 this year. She turns 10 this year. Holy crap, I am old. When they get older, I I will give them the option. It's not going to be something that I insist that they learn to do, but I'm going to be completely open and honest with them about it. Now, if it's something that they don't choose to do, if they want to choose a different religion altogether, if they want to be Buddhists, let them be Buddhists. Woohoo! You know, as long as it leaves them feeling happy and fulfilled. Who am I to stand in the way for that? You know, I think the parents want what's best for their kids. At least that's what they say all the time. But for me, religion is just another one of those things that is the best things, and I don't think that it's my choice to make for them. I think that they need to do something that they are comfortable with. And if divination and witchery is something that they're comfortable with, I am more than happy to share my experiences and things that I've learned with them. But if it's not something that they want anything to do with, then that's perfectly fine as well. Okay guys, that's the end of my Q&A video. Thank you for submitting your questions. Thank you for watching. And if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. I'm an open book and I will give you as many honest answers that I possibly can. Bye! Hey guys, it's Static here with Static Chaos. Professor Chaos! The fuck? Somebody is slamming a ladder up against my house. What? Are they power washing? I don't know. Oh, yeah, they're power washing. Okay. That was scary. This Afterlife needs to get its shit together. Hey, magic, bitch!